too deep. Here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio.
The drive will start with Connor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mond looks to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. It'll be a gain of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And able to get a couple as he's across the field. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th.
The glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense.
On play action, they'll throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg?
They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Off the play fake, Mond. Touchdown! Gabe Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touch. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers would dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to be caught. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
Well, Charles, preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try.
Team that's lost 7 in a row, you just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marlon Davidson drops him for a loss of 14 yards. And it also brings up fourth down.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense. And
they start with a give to Connor, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Now Mon. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Come on, thanks.
On first and 10 is Connor. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight.
He's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Algier going straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs fine.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mon. Throw left side, there's London. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A 14-yard gain there. As
they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Mon. Throws right back to London, complete again. That'll bring up 2nd and
a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll look to run with Algier, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the
edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll look at that catch, dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need to start making plays.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running.
On second, here's Algier. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking. And used to the ground shaking, so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Bond going to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown. Watkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. And inside give to Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made...
It's finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Quez Watkins from 17-1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing.
Deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, fourth cut.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll look to throw to Connor on the check down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion.
And they certainly want to keep him off the scoreboard here.
Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. Set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football.
His first read was covered, just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And they have
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass.
Now they work on 1st and 10. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2, escaping the pressure running. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And nothing much materialized. Algier now up the middle. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 22.
Control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On the double. Hey, don't steal.
Off the play fake, Mon. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! Gabe Neighbors. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be... Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. Turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top.
Is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
On the counter, it's Connor. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple and dash down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Over the middle, caught by London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that it's precise in the dead zone and find the first down? And that's what he just did.
They run behind center with Connor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. 6 yards on that last play. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And some room to work. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get a...
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Now holding him to a short gain.
Ready?
Now a handoff to Algier. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and...
Soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk this. The performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can.
Sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Ultra. No ultra.
On second down, Connor looking for space.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some of the world. They're up to the challenge.
Again, a run with Connor. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. They start the drive with Connor. And he's got room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the side.
Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs, clock.
On first and 10, it's Algier. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And
check right. Check right.
They'll try the left side with Connor. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key.
The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've...
Ready?
This is Connor running right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a...
It's aren't going to count. Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a solid pickup of 11. They'll look to run with Algier. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, see another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one can...
The right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2 yards. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.